Welcome to the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. The bustling metropolis sits as a backdrop for the next 11 days of competition, with Canada bringing a contingent of 128 athletes across 18 sports. Let's meet the team repping the Maple Leaf. Starting off, we head to Makuhari Messe Hall for goalball. The six-woman goalball team has three new faces: Brianna Baldock, Emma Reinkeith, and Miriam Salazadeh, while Whitney Bogart and Megan Mahone return from Rio, and Amy Burke makes her fourth Paralympic appearance. Canada's four group matches kick off versus the RPC before playing Israel, Australia, and finishing off against China. The knockout stage runs from August 31st to September 3rd. Staying at Makuhari, Angelina Dolazar, Danielle Ellis, Jennifer Oakes, Heidi Peters, Amber Skyper, Felicia Voss-Shakif, Julian Wong, and Caitlin Wright make their second Paralympic appearance after competing in Rio. Anne Ferguson, Julie Couzon, and Peyton Vare join the veteran squad. The quest for medals begins against Brazil before playing Italy and Japan in Group A competition. From nets to foils, Canada brings four athletes in wheelchair fencing. Ryan Roussel joins Mathieu Hébert, Sylvie Ruth Morel in her third games, and Pierre Manvel in his fourth Paralympics. The dueling begins night and day from the 24th to the 29th of August. Moving from swords to guns, we go to Osaka shooting range. Doug Blesson dons the Maple Leaf for the second time, while Lynn Tremblay makes her third games, her first in shooting after previously competing in archery. August 29th to September 1st begins at 7:45 Eastern and 4:45 Pacific in the evening, while the 28th, 30th, 31st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th begins at 8:30 Eastern and 5:30 Pacific at night. We leave Osaka to Yoyogi Stadium for badminton and rugby. Canada's first Paralympic badminton player, Olivia Meyer, begins her journey on September 1st, as she aims to make the final stage on the 4th and 5th. With 7 medalists on the roster, Fabien Lavoie, Patrice Simard, Mike Whitehead, Trevor Hirschfield, Travis Morau, Patrice Dajanet, and Zach Medell look to lead Colby Caldwell, Eric Furtado Rodriguez, Byron Green, Anthony Latournier, and Shane Smith to their first medal and team's first since London. The march to the podium begins against Great Britain before facing their arch rivals in the USA, finishing the group stage against the Wheel Blacks in New Zealand. The knockout round will take place from August 27th to 29th. Canada's medal hopes continue in judo at the famous Nippon Budokan. Priscilla Gagne makes her second Paralympic appearance as she begins her quest for hardware on August 26th. Leaving the Budokan, we head outdoors for canoe and rowing. Canada's canoers all make their debuts in Tokyo. Brianna Hennessy, Andrea Nelson, and Matthew St. Pierre make up the squad of 3. Heats take place on September 1st and 2nd, while the finals go down on the 3rd. Staying at the Seaforth Waterway, Victoria Nolan returns for her fourth game and attempts to get back on the podium after medaling in 2016. Andrew Todd looks to defend his medal in Tokyo. Canada welcomes 5 new members, including Laura Court as the coxswain for the mixed cocked 4. Jesse Brockway, Kyle Fredrickson, Jeremy Hall, and Bailey Hooper make their debuts. Heats take place on August 26th and 27th, with the finals happening on the 28th. Not too far away is Odaiba Marine Park, where triathlon is taking place. Stefan Daniel goes for gold after medaling in 2016. Jessica Tumela races in her 4th games, her first since 2008. Having won silver in swimming at Sydney 2000, she goes for the podium with her guide Marianne Hogan, and Camilla Fournette makes her debut. Racing goes down on the 27th and 28th. we move from triathlon to the courts for tennis. Rob Shaw debuts as a lone Canadian at Rocky Tennis Park. His quest for hardware begins on the 26th. Moving back to the water, we meet Canada's swimming team. The largest team with 19 athletes, boasting 3 former medal winners in Orly Rivard, Katarina Roxon, and Nicholas Guy Turbide. Camille Berube and Morgan Bird make their 3rd appearance, while Tammy Cunnington, Danielle Doris, Sabrina Duchenne, Alec Elliott, James LaRue, and Abby Tripp all race in Tokyo after swimming in 2016. Canada's swimming team has 8 new members: Nicholas Bennett, Matthew Cabreja, Nikita End, Daniel Kisser, Angelina Marina, Shelby Newkirk, Ali Van Wyck Smart, and Zach Zona. Swimming runs for 10 days with all prelim sessions beginning at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific in the evening, while finals commence from 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific in the morning. Swimming starts on the 24th and finishes on the 3rd and 4th. Getting out of the pool, we spring to archery. In her 6th games, Karen Van Nest is the lone Canadian in archery. Her quest for a medal begins on the 26th. Across the city, we take a look at equestrian. Lauren Barwick headlines Canada's equestrian team, having won a gold and silver in 2008. Barwick looks to get back on the podium, while Jody Schloss and Roberta Sheffield make their 2nd Paralympics, and Wyona Harvickson makes her debut. Equestrian runs from the 24th to the 30th. From the dirt to the track, we move to the Paralympic Stadium. Brent Lacatokes, the 7-time Paralympic medalist, leads the charge, aiming for more hardware in his 5th games. Accompanying him as the only other athletics medalist, Liam Stanley looks to continue his ways on the podium. 6 athletes come back from Rio: Jennifer Brown, Renee Fosso, Guillaume Ouellette, Marissa Pop-Constantinou, Austin Semnick, and Amy Watt, while Charlotte Brown, Jessica Frodden, Zachary Greengrass, Austin Ingram, Sarah Mickey, Thomas Normandeau, Nathan Reich, and Greg Stewart compete in their 1st games. Athletics kick off on August 26th with 2 sessions a day, with one session starting at 8:30 Eastern and 5:30 Pacific in the evening, and the other starting at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific in the morning. Start times run from the 26th to the 3rd, with September 4th starting at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific in the afternoon. From the track to the hard floor, we move to women's basketball. Cindy Ouellette leads the Canadian team on her 4th Paralympic basketball team, and at her 5th game, she has 4 of her Rio teammates: Melanie Hatwin, Rosalie Lalonde, Tamara Steeves, and Erin Young. 6 new members begin their Paralympic journey: Sandrine Berube, Caddy Dadino, Daniela Dupuis, Poussin Lay, Tara Lanes, and Elode Tessier debut. Canada tips off against Great Britain, then face host Japan before playing Germany. The group stage is finished against Japan. The knockout round goes from August 30th to September 4th. Leaving Araki, we head to Musashino. The men and women will be playing in both venues for the games. Canadian Paralympic legend Patrick Anderson returns for his 5th games, joined by 3 of his London 2012 gold medal teammates Bo Hedges, Chad Jasmine, and Tyler Miller, all looking to add to their trophy case. Nicola Gonchench, Dion Green, Garrett Ospachuk, and Jonathan Vermette add experience to Canada in their 2nd games. Vincent Dollier, Colin Higgins, Lee Melmick, and Blaz Mutwer joined the veteran-led team. After missing out on hardware in 2016, the Redemption Tour starts against Spain, followed by Turkey, then battling host Japan, while finishing with a back-to-back against Colombia. The knockout round will take place from August 30th to September 4th. Across Tokyo, Canada's bocce team does battle. Danik Allard makes his debut while Liliane Chabanu and Alison Levine are back from Rio. Canada's team is rounded out by Marco Despotro in his third games. Bocce runs from August 26th to September 4th. Leaving Tokyo, we head to the velodrome in Izu. In Oyama, road cycling will be running from Fuji International Speedway. After taking gold, silver, and bronze in 2016, Tristan Chernoff looks to add to his haul in Tokyo. However, Chernoff is not the only one with medal ambitions. Shelley Gauthier, Charles Moreau, and Ross Wilson bring more hardware, all winning medals back in Rio. Marie-Eve Courtier races in her third games. Kate O'Brien, after racing in the Rio Olympics, makes her Paralympics debut in Tokyo, while Joey Desjardins, Alex Heidemann, and Kelly Shaw all compete in their first games. Racing starts in Izu on the track from August 24th to 28th, followed by on the road at Fuji Speedway in Oyama from the 30th to the 2nd. Settle in and get ready to enjoy the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. Events can be seen on AMI, CBC, CBCSports.ca, and Sportsnet.